Hi friends, yesterday we were discussing about the elevation in boiling point and one numerical problem is also solved. Is it right? Now let me come to another example on this elevation in boiling point. Example 2. Example 2. The boiling point of benzene is 323 point sorry 353.23 Kelvin. Full point. When 1.80 gram of 1.80 gram of a non-volatile solute, volatile solute was dissolved in 90 gram of benzene, 90 gram of benzene. The boiling point is raised. The boiling point is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass of solute and one more kb for benzene is equal to 2.53 Kelvin kg per mole. 2.53 Kelvin kg per mole. Solution. See how to solve. Important example. Very important example, because so many times it was asked in the examination repeatedly. So therefore I am telling it as a very important problem, numerical problem. See what they have given ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂದ್ರಿ the boiling point of benzene ಅಂದ್ರೆ T0 they have given. Pure benzene ಅಂದ್ರೆ boiling point. How much? 353.23 Kelvin. Solution boiling point ಕೊಟ್ಟಂದ್ರಿ the boiling point is raised to ಯಾವಾಗ when 1.8 gram of non-volatile solute is dissolved in 90 gram of solvent. So T also they have given. T is equal to 354.11 Kelvin. T ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ T0 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ. WA also they have given. WA. What is WA? Mass of solvent 90 gram. WB also they have given. WB. How much? 1 point solute. ಏನಂತ ಅದರ ಮಾಸ WA, that is of WB. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ದ ಮಾಸ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೋ ಅದು WA. So 1.80 gram WB. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ here KB for benzene. It is 2.53 Kelvin kg per mole. Kelvin kg per ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು. ಸಿ ಮೊದಲು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮೀ write the formula. We know that. What is the formula? Mb molar mass of solute is equal to Kb into Wb into 1000 divided by delta Tb that into W ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನೆ, ಕೆ ಬಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ, ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಬಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ, ಡಬ್ಲ್ಯೂ ಎ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ, ಬಟ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಬಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಿಯರ್ ಸಿ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಟಿ ಬಿ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಟಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಟಿ ನಾಟ್, ಟಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಟಿ ನಾಟ್. Okay? See, so therefore here what we are going to write? Here we are going to write 354.11 minus 353.23. This comes out to be, yes, this comes out to be 0.88 Kelvin. 0.88 Kelvin. Okay? Boiling point of solution minus boiling point of solvent. See, ಅದನ್ನು substitute ಮಾಡಿ. So therefore MB is equal to KB 2.53 into WB 1.80 into 1000 divided by delta TB 0.88, that into 90. That into 90. So, ಏನಾಯಿತು? If you simplify this one, how much you are going to get? If you simplify this example, you are going to get 57.5 gram per mole. Mole per gram per mole as the result. This is the molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute. Isn't it? Now, let me come to the another point of discussion, that is depression in the freezing point. Depression in freezing point. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಪೂರ್ವದಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಎಲಿವೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋಡೋಣ. See, graph showing elevation in boiling point. Graph showing elevation in boiling point. See, graph showing elevation in boiling point. First, let me remove all these things. Now, we will take colored chalks. Note, graph showing elevation in boiling point. Graph showing elevation in boiling point. See, ಇದು vapor pressure. ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this is temperature. ಹೌದಾ? ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದೆ? 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, ಆಮೇಲೆ 1.01 atmosphere pressure. It is in atmospheres. Vapor pressure is expressed in atmospheres. Vapor pressure in atmospheres. 1 atmosphere. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, now let me write a line parallel to temperature axis. ಹೌದಾ? ಈಗ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತಿ? ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ goes on increasing. Vapor pressure goes on increasing. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್, this is solvent. Vapor pressure of solvent is increasing with temperature, and when it reaches it becomes equal to atmospheric vapor pressure. This is the boiling point of, this is the boiling point of solvent. This is T naught. This is T naught. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, see, if you dissolve a non-volatile solute in it, so therefore it boils at elevated temperature because its vapor pressure is less than that of solvent. Less than that of solvent. This is for what? This is for solution containing a non-volatile solute in this solvent. So this is the temperature at which the solution is getting boiled, T. So therefore this one is what? This is elevation in boiling point, that is delta TB, that is equal to T minus T naught. T minus T naught. Is it clear? This is the graph showing elevation in boiling point. Graph showing elevation in boiling point. Now let us come to depression in freezing point. Depression in freezing point. Second, third colligative property. Third colligative property. See, depression in freezing point. Freezing point. Depression in freezing point. See, as we have discussed while studying elevation in boiling point, what is a boiling point? In the same way, let us see what is a freezing point. Freezing point. Freezing point. See, the temperature at which the vapor pressures of both liquid phase and solid phase of a substance become equal and both the phases are in equilibrium. Both the phases are in equilibrium. See, for example, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿಪ್ಪ, ಇದು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಐಸ್ ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ? ಸಿ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ತೋರಿಸು. ಇದೇನಿದು? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಐಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಯಾವ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ದಾಗ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ ದಾಗ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ or 273.15 Kelvin. 273.15 Kelvin. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಒಂದು 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗ ಈ ಐಸ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರಿ, ವಾಟರ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಫೇಸ್, ಅದರದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮತ್ತ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎರಡು ಏನದಾವ? ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅದಾವ. ಯಾವ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ದಾಗ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಫ್ರೀಜಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇನ್ನ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀಜಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಕೈತೋ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಕೈತೋ? ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸಿ, as the vapor pressure of a solvent is decreased by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗ ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ವಾಲಟೈಲ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರದ ವೇಪರ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಏನಕ್ಕತಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಕತಿ. As the vapor pressure of solvent is decreased by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ now it is the solution. It freezes at lower temperature. ಹೌದಾ? So therefore what is depression in freezing point ಅಂದ್ರೆ depression in freezing point is decrease in the freezing point of solvent by dissolving a non-volatile solute. Decrease in the freezing point of a solvent by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it. See, the decrease in the freezing point of a solvent by dissolving a non-volatile solute in it is called as depression in freezing point. Depression ಆಗುವುದಾದ್ರೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ depression in freezing point. Now suppose if T naught and T are the freezing points of a solvent and solution respectively ಅಂದ್ರೆ T naught ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು freezing point of solvent, T ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು freezing point of the solution. Then depression in freezing point delta TF is given as how we are going to give delta TF is equal to T naught minus T. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ T naught ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ freezing point of solvent is greater than freezing point of the solution, so therefore T naught minus T. Is it right? And practically, now let us come to the application. Practically depression in freezing point produced by dissolving a non-volatile solute, solute in a solvent is directly proportional to molality of the solution. Molality of the solution. Molality of the solution. Molality of the solution. So therefore, how we are going to write it? Therefore, what we can write? We may write here. See, delta TF is directly proportional to delta TF is directly proportional to M. Or if you remove this proportionality sign, you may write delta TF is equal to KF into M. KF into M. So where KF is called as KF is called as molal depression constant or cryoscopic constant molal depression constant or cryoscopic constant. See here KF, if M is equal to 1 mole per kg, if molarity of the solution is 1 molal, then what we are going to write? Then we have KF becomes equal to delta TF. KF becomes equal to delta TF. So therefore, the molal depression constant is defined as equal to depression in freezing point produced depression in freezing point produced for 1 molal solution, Now coming to again units of this KF. See how we are going to express what is the unit of this KF or that. It is similar to that of KB. See, KF we may write KF delta TF divided by M. KF is equal to delta TF divided by M. So therefore, its unit also becomes Kelvin kg per mole. Units of KF. So here we are going to write KF is equal to delta TF divided by M. What is the unit of delta TF? Temperature, Kelvin. What is the unit of molality? Mole per kg. So therefore, this comes out to be Kelvin kg per mole. And as we have discussed, in case of the elevation in boiling point, here MB can be written as equal to KF into WB into 1000 divided by delta TF that into WA. This is what? This is the equation for the calculation of molar mass of a solute by measuring depression in freezing point. So let me take one example. See, an example. 1 gram of 1.00 gram of non-electrolyte solute, non-electrolyte solute dissolved in 50 gram of benzene, lowered the freezing point of benzene by 0.40 Kelvin. Kf for benzene is equal to 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole. Then find molar mass of solute. Find the molar mass of solute. Simple example as we have solved in the previous case. Elevation in boiling point ಒಳಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಲ್ಲೇ KF ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ KB ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದೆ KF ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅದಷ್ಟೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸೊ therefore see what are the given things solution given WA yes it is 50 gram of benzene WB yes it is 1 gram then KF yes ಕೊಟ್ಟನ 5.12 Kelvin kg per mole ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ TF ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟನ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ TF 0.40 Kelvin ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ just you want to calculate what is MBs so therefore we know that MB is equal to KF into WB into 1000 divided by delta TF that into WA. Simply substitute the things. 5.12 into 1.00 into 1000 divided by yes, 0.40 that into WA yes, 50 and if you do the calculation this comes out to be 256 gram per mole. Is it right? So this is regarding depression in freezing point. Is it right? Thank you. So one more thing is left in this solution chapter, that is osmotic pressure, that we will see in the next class. Thank you.